Let's start with our interactivity layers. It's good practice to label every interactivity layer in your document. But it becomes especially important when you are reviewing analytics and trying to understand how your content is performing. For example, if we navigate to page 2 and click on the video, you will see that the default name is Play Video File 1. This doesn't give us much context, particularly if we have multiple videos in the same document. So I'm going to rename this to Welcome Video. And thanks to the autosave feature, this change is saved automatically. The same applies to links. For example, I want to be able to track the open rates of the policies in our onboarding guide. And the label like link to a web page 1 isn't very helpful. Renaming this to data protection policy, for example, makes the data much clearer when we come to review it. What if you have multiple assessments in your document? With a default name like Assessment 1, it can be difficult to understand where the data is coming from. So I'm going to rename this assessment to Induction Policies Knowledge Check. You will also notice the heading field is empty. This is the text that your readers will see. In this case, because the assessment appears on a page that already provides context, I'm going to set the heading to Knowledge Check. The same approach applies to polls. I'm going to rename this one to Onboarding Guide Feedback Poll. And I'm going to set the heading to How helpful was this onboarding document? Taking a few moments to do this makes your analytics far easier to interpret later. Next, let's look at renaming pages. When reviewing analytics, it's important to understand not just what was interacted with, but also which page the interaction came from. Clear page names provide that context instantly. You will also see a title field here. This controls what your readers experience in accessibility mode. We will cover accessibility in more depth in another tutorial. And as this doesn't affect analytics, we are going to leave it as is.